Welcome to our daily reflection for this Saturday, July 12th. And today we hear again the admonition, the summons to not be afraid. And we hear this in the biblical story. And it's all about trusting in God's providential care. And we have Joseph's brothers. And when Jacob, their father, dies, the brothers of Joseph are afraid that Joseph will avenge himself on them. And so they lie and say something that Jacob said his last dying words to Joseph, that Joseph may not take vengeance on them. And of course, Joseph, interestingly enough and ironically enough, he has no desire for vengeance. He's even asked this beautiful question because now he has power over his brothers and his brothers treated him horribly. But Joseph asked this question, am I in the place of God? In other words, can I, have vengeance? Can I seek justice? That's up to the Lord. And so Joseph's humility and his trust in God frees him from the desire for vengeance. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing and a beautiful model for us to reflect on. And oftentimes when we are wronged, when someone does an injustice to us, we want vengeance and we dream of vengeance and getting revenge and for them to get their comeuppance, so to speak. And yet Joseph doesn't desire such things in the end. He gives that up to God. Neither should we desire vengeance upon those who've done an injustice to us. And then this gets us to the heart of the gospel. Jesus talks about send us out as sheep in the midst of wolves. And so what's the typical response when you're a sheep in the midst of wolves? Fear. And yet, ironically, Jesus says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what they can do to your body. Yeah, they could kill you. But don't be afraid of them. And that's like, what, wait, Lord, really? These people can kill us? And yet you're saying, don't be afraid of those who could kill the body. Rather fear those who can condemn the soul, that is God. Fear God. And here's the great paradox that Jesus is teaching us. Fear God and you'll fear no one else. But if you don't fear God, you'll fear everything else, like Joseph's brothers. Joseph feared God. And so he was free from vengeance and he was free from living in captivity to fear either from the Egyptians or from his brothers. Because he had a fear of God, he was free from all their fears. But if we're not afraid of God, if we don't fear God above all things, then we fall to the fear of everything else and everyone else. And so this is a great paradox. Fear God and you'll be free from all other fears. If you fear God above all else. If your one key fear is displeasing God and pleasing God, then if those out of faithfulness to God in the world the wolves seek to devour you, you won't be so afraid of that because you know God can raise you in the end and he will vindicate you in the end. And so the fear of God is the paradoxical freedom from all worldly fear. Let's pursue that fear and that freedom today in our prayer. May the Lord bless and keep you.
This daily reflection is brought to you thanks to the generous support of the Mission Circle. Join the Mission Circle to help Catholics worldwide understand, live, and share their faith. Sign up at missioncircle.org today.